The only way I can describe it is like wine. Some years you have a good crop, other years you have a bad. This year was good. There are some years where it is so hot that it beats the life out of you walking on that pavement. But this year it was very good. We had overcast, a bit of misty rain. It's a very nice march.
Today we will start this 89th edition of the 4-day marches of Nijmegen. Let's begin marching.
Individual marchers, are you ready? Yeah! Forward! Hey! March!
What the Nijmegen March is a 4-day international march consisting of both civilian marchers and military marchers. And you do about 40 to 45 kilometers each day for 4 straight days. There are different rules between the civilian participants and the military participants. One of the key differences there is that military participants wear the field uniform of their country. And as well, they're required to participate carrying a 10-kilogram rucksack. We'll be having 175 Canadian Forces personnel participate as marchers. And I should add as well that there's going to be another 11 cadets participating in this march, Canadian cadets. So that's quite a unique activity and opportunity for them. Over 40 kilometers a day for 4 straight days. That's a lot of marching. And so you just don't go into an activity of that nature without properly preparing for it. So our teams and our individual marchers that participate actually undergo an extensive training period. Most individuals and teams would train for 3 to 4 months. During that period, what we require them to do is a minimum of 500 kilometers of marching, and then to have completed 2 40-kilometer marches back-to-back, so 2 days in a row. And if they can do 2 days in a row, they can do 4 days in a row.
Well, I've been doing the march since 2001. That'll be my 4th time, but this will be the first time as the team leader for the National Capital Region team.
Oh Lord, I wanna go.
I always wanted to first participate in the march and then organize a team, train the team to go to Holland.
La jambe, car la route est longue.
Qui a longé la jambe, car la route est longue.
Mon père n'a plus qu'un seul poulet.
Mon père n'a plus qu'un seul poulet.
La chance au pas accéléré.
La chance au pas accéléré.
I started preparing for that way back last fall, making all the routes from previous experience because we walked all over Ottawa, all over the Outaouais side. So I had a pretty good idea of how to set the route. So usually you start with 10 kilometers and you increase by 5 kilometers, then 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and heading to 40. Ottawa is ideal for that kind of training because there's so many trails that you can pick from. It's never boring because you always see something new. You have to try to have a break every 10 clicks because over there in Holland, that's what happened. You got 40 kilometers and every 10 clicks roughly, there's a break. So there is 3 breaks per day. The reason we train is to find out what kind of problem we're going to have. So we want to make sure that everybody have a pair of boots that fits properly, the right insole, the right socks. If you have the right combination, this is the big plus. That's what you use. Your tool is your boot. So.
Well, there's a number of reasons why the Canadian Forces is participating in the Nijmegen marches. First of all, it is an international event, so this provides an opportunity for Canada to participate in the march with our allies. There are about 7,000 military personnel who participate, as well as well over 40,000 civilians who participate. It also gives us an opportunity to promote physical fitness within the Canadian Forces and to promote fitness as something that we do day in, day out.
Left, right, gauche, droite, gauche.
One down, 4 to go.
Well, 3 to go. Camp Human Sword is a temporary Dutch military camp that is set up for the international military participants. And then they use it throughout the 4 days to house the military personnel. And literally as soon as the Nijmegen March is finished, within about 2 days, it's back to being a barren field.
Excellent.
Hang up there.
The next contingent to start is Canada.
The march started in 1909, and of course at that time we weren't as reliant on vehicles and airplanes. And so marching for military forces was a key method of going from one place to another. And so the Dutch, in order to enhance their fitness level and stamina level, created this 4-day march. And they had their royal family endorse it and actually presented the 4-day medal, if you will, to the individuals who successfully completed it.
Jody, how much time? Wow, they're all coming here.
This will be my 11th consecutive march, and I think I caught the bug probably my first march when I realized that, this would be very simple. Just say, no, I won't do this again. This is just too painful. But I found it very challenging. Just the fact that it was took so much endurance, and at the same time, just pure determination to finish it, that it became a annual fitness challenge for myself. There's a myth that I pipe all the way through this march and carry the weight, but I play when there's a requirement. If we're on a long stretch, a leg of a march, I'll pull out the pipes just to break up the humdrum, or through towns. Well, the pipes, they get your mind off your feet, the pain that's going through your knees, your ankles, your feet. But you have to remember, you're marching along 10 kilometers, 20, 30. Once you get into 30 and 40 kilometer, the feet begin to swell a bit and they become a little tenders. Well, the pipes will certainly get your mind off all that. So that, it's very magical out there on the road.
Hey, second down! 2 to go!
Pain is just weakness leaving your body.
Senator Day, Burgermeisters, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to tonight's reception and thank you very, very much for taking the time and making the effort to be here this evening. We're delighted to be participating at Nijmegen again this year with a contingent of just over 220 personnel. Now this year is particularly special because it marks the 60th anniversary for our Dutch hosts of the liberation of their homeland in 1945. This year is also special because in Canada it has been designated the Year of the Veteran. Again, this takes on special significance for our soldiers to be here in Europe and the Netherlands, where our veterans made such substantive sacrifices. Thus, Canada's participation in the marches is also a testament to the Canadian Forces' dedication to the remembrance of Canadians who died liberating Holland, and a way for us to foster the Dutch-Canadian relationship that we continue to cherish to this day.
So for the Canadian Forces participants, it's an opportunity to go over to the Netherlands, to view some of the cemeteries, to renew and reflect upon the history of our predecessors. But I can tell you that for the Dutch citizens, when they see those Canadian soldiers participating in the march, we're very special in their hearts, and we'll hear it.
The containers always ask all the members, does anybody have anybody over there that fought in the Second World War and buried in Groesbeek? And one of my guys sent me an email a couple of days ago saying, are we going to go to Groesbeek? He didn't realize we were going there because one of his uncle is buried there. That's the only one I know of my team, but I'm sure throughout the whole contingent there's people that have families there buried in that cemetery. If not this one, there's other cemetery also, but in Groesbeek, this is the biggest one.
Hey, left leg.
Well, we're very fortunate, the Canadian team. We take over to Nijmegen with us a support team of logistical support personnel and medical support personnel to ensure that our soldiers are properly supported. And certainly on the medical side, that's very, very important. After 4 days of marching, some of the feet can be pretty tired and sore, and the medical personnel play a key role in keeping our personnel going.
Canadians, very proud. We're very proud. That's why we sing. That's why we sing so very loud. So very loud.
It has been quite a day. The Groesbeek service we had was just fabulous. And then walking back through the nice part of town, with visiting the trees overhead and all the people on the sidelines, just wonderful, wonderful. The good thing is 3 days finished now, 1 to go.
Everyone has these ideas of what everybody's country is like, but when you see a troop of soldiers coming in suffering the same pain as everybody else, right, march into that beer tent and come to attention, everybody just sort of claps.
Hold on.
But you've got all the countries, United States, Poland, Mexico, Israel, Australia, Great Britain, all the soldiers are in there. And it only goes to show how human everyone is.
In actual fact, it's not a competition. You're not really competing against other teams in terms of trying to get there before them. But you are endeavoring to get to the end of that 40 kilometers.
Today we complete this edition of the 4 days marches of Nijmegen. Until now, we always enjoyed a very pleasant atmosphere on our way and here at our camp, Heumenzorg.
Als koster zo jong en fijn, onderaf en als koster te leven, moet je stapel met jokken. Het leven, het bier en de karen.
Well, they'll face a lot of challenges because, again, 40 kilometers each day is a long distance. Our personnel have got to have the determination, the drive, the willpower, the physical fitness, but as importantly, they've got to get through the distances as part of a team. And so they'll work collaboratively together to accomplish and achieve those goals.
On the 4th day, we finish in Charlemagne Park in Nijmegen, and each individual who complete the 40 marches gets a medal.
Congratulations, well done. The medal is different though, depending upon how many times you've completed the march. So you start off by receiving a medal, and then the next year, the second time, you'll get a medal with a crown, and then a medal with a crown that has a numeral. And then as the number goes up, the quality of the medal becomes more sophisticated.
This is a team medal, and those teams that have no more than one person drop off receive a Nijmegen team medal. So well done to you folks. You didn't lose anybody. You brought in the entire team. That's excellent. Very much. There you go.
At the end, we give the backpack to put that in a stake truck, and then we go what we call the Victory Parade. It's another 5 kilometers in downtown Nijmegen. And that's another great thing to witness. I mean, there's, I don't know how many thousand people on each side of the town during the 5 kilometers. And we give souvenirs, and they gave us gladiola. That's the time that gladiola are really booming in those days. So you end up with loads and loads of gladiola in your hand.
In some way, you think that this is quite an opportunity to be in a victory parade, even though it's not really a victory parade per se, but just that you're representing a country that had consideration to help out another country.
I'm very proud of doing this, and although I'm not very young anymore, I would love to do it again, but we'll see in the future years. But this is a great experience. I recommend this march to any Canadian. It's great for Canadians to get the experience and get the friendship of the Dutch people.
What are you doing?
3. Be proud! 1, 4! Hey!
Souvenir. No pain like Nijmegen pain.
I'm done. That's it. It's over.